Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. And on this channel, Mama reality TV shows, my celebrities, kanye nama YouTubers. So you guys listen. There's a lot going on with Zahara's sisters. Remember, they were kicked out of the house, and it was also reported that they had to call the police in order for them to be evicted from the house that used to belong to Zahara, and it no longer belongs to Zahara because somebody else had bought the house. So now, obviously, I think they've managed now to get them out of the house, but the house is not in good condition, you guys. I'm gonna try and put pictures here so that you can see. And also, the big thing that they're talking about here is that they actually stole a built-in stove. Guys, if these sisters did all of these things that are being reported, they're really shameless, like for real, okay? So it says here, Zahara's sisters accused of stealing a built-in stove. This is a story by Theo Nyaba. It says, following their eviction from their late sisters, Bulelo Zahara, Tukutana's house, this past weekend, it has been revealed that her sisters allegedly stole a built-in stove. Sources allege that one of the sisters, Mandezwa, is the ringleader who instructed the removal of the stove. Guys, I don't know. Like for most people, I think you would understand that if there is a built-in stove and you are moving out of that house, you would leave the built-in stove because it's a built-in stove. It's like the wardrobes and the cupboards in the kitchen and the bedroom. If it's built in, I don't understand. Maybe they thought that Zahara was the one that had put it in, so they had a right to take it. I don't know, but it's crazy, okay? The source close to the situation revealed that the sisters, including Ulumka, who had to be evicted from the house after refusing to move out, wanted to spite the owner by leaving the property in disarray, intending to frustrate the new occupants. Now, here is what is unfortunate about the situation. This person that had bought this property way before Zahara even went to the hospital was kind enough, allegedly, to say, listen, since you are saying you want to buy the house back, I will allow you to live in the house until such a time where you can pay for the house. But obviously, when nothing happened, like they were not able to raise the money, he wanted the house. So that very same person that had allowed them to stay in the house for free for so long now has to deal with these things. They even attempted to break the cupboards and were stopped by someone close to them, the source said. Last week, the sisters were selling Zahara's belongings, including the furniture and memorabilia. The same Bandezwa was allegedly contacting Zahara's acquaintances, soliciting money for their children's school fees. The new owners are also contemplating opening a case against the two sisters. Another source close to the situation mentioned that the sisters left Zahara's home in an undignified manner, leaving the house in a mess with dirty towels and underwear in the bathroom. There's even a picture here, but the bathroom looks horrible. It's like the intention was to destroy the house because if you think about it, if you were living in the house, even if it's not yours and you know at the end of the day, the owner will come and kick you out, but while you are living in the house, you're going to try and keep it clean. It just looks like they were just doing it so they leave it in a mess. So it says here, we asked them why they are not taking some of her things to their mother instead. They said that they wanted money, said the source. The source alleged that the two sisters have always been bad when it comes to money. Even their late sister knew. Bulelo used to tell us that she does not trust her sisters when it comes to money because everything they do is driven by greed. And now we believe her, at the source. We called for comment. Bandezo said, how do you know that the stove was stolen? What if we had an arrangement with the owner? Please leave us alone, she said, hanging up the phone. Okay, so there's a picture here, you guys. Anyway, I'm gonna put it here. It's a bathroom, and then it's also a picture of the kitchen, and you can see that the built-in stove, the top part of the stove. which is what the stove is. I'm surprised that they didn't take the top part one. They stole it, you know. Anyway, you guys, listen. I don't know if it's worth it for this owner to actually open a case against them, because they can only arrest them maybe for vandalizing the house. And if they were needing money to even go back to the Eastern Cape, like they needed money so that they could go back to the Eastern Cape, that's what was said in one article that I did. Now, if they needed money for that, they're not going to have money to pay back, unless he's hoping that they'll just bring back the stuff that they took. Now, at least he has them out of the house. Then he can continue, he can count his losses and continue. I'm just assuming it's a he. Can count his losses and just move on with his life, because how is it going to help him to get them arrested? But that's it, you guys. I remember when we first started talking about these sisters and Zahara was still in the hospital, and there were reports that were coming out to say that the sisters were using her card, going shopping and all of that. And then people were in the comment section saying, oh my God, these sisters are Christians. This is Sontanabo Kopi Kopi. They're really good people. You guys leave them alone. They're dealing with their family member. They just lost their family member. Oh, Zahara Ben shown at that time. Or they're dealing with a family member that is in the hospital, and then Zahara passed. And then they started wearing her clothes and, taking pictures. And when we talked about the story, the people came and they were like, no, they have a right to deal with the passing of their sister however way that they want to deal with the passing of their sister. Who are you to tell them if you want to wear your sister's dress 2 days after the sister passed? And then the concerts thing came up. When we talked about that, there were also people that said that, the house must have been very important to them, so it's hard for them to let it go. You never know how you deal with your families, whatever. Now we are here. I don't know what happened to the concerts. They were planning to raise money to buy the house back. I'm assuming that it never happened. Now we are here, where even the person that was kind enough to offer them a place to stay, because obviously they've been staying there for, you remember when they were taking pictures wearing the dresses, it looked like they were at the house. So they've been there for a long time now. The person that allowed them to live in the house is the one that has to deal with the situation. Now I'm wondering, if people are still going to defend this, what are you going to say now? It's okay for them to steal the stuff if they did. It's okay for them to attempt to break down the cupboards. It's okay for them to leave the house in that condition after the person had let them stay in the house, even though he did not need to, even when Zahara was in the hospital, he did not need to be quiet about the whole thing of the house having been sold already, because it was quiet. It only came out afterwards, where they said, yes, we had already bought the house in an auction. But they didn't reveal that while Zahara was in the hospital. But now they're the ones that have to deal with the loss of whatever it is, because they have to fix the house. If they're intending to sell or rent it, they have to fix the house. Can you still defend the sisters? Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Like it before gonna share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers in Tanda Kako.